In a world made entirely out of paper, Tearaway Unfolded stands out as one of the most fascinating games in recent memory. The world is like a storybook come to life, filled with charming characters and exciting environments. Designed from the ground up for the PlayStation Vita, the controls and mechanics have been re-engineered to run on the PlayStation 4. However, some of these PS4 controls are not as easy to use or particularly fun to play. Although these controls may be a bit cumbersome on PS4, Tearaway Unfolded still presents a great adventure with an incredible world to explore. The game lets players take control of Iota, a small character with an envelope for a face and a body made out of various scraps of paper. His mission is simple, to deliver a message to the You. This refers to the player. Iota faces many obstacles along the way as his journey is narrated by what seems to be the god and goddess of the paper world. This story feels like a children's tale of a hero on a whimsical journey filled with twists and turns around every corner. And while the story isn't necessarily bad, it isn't all that interesting. The story becomes forgettable as it takes a back seat to the impressive level design and the interesting gameplay mechanics. Each level is in the form of chapters which come in sets, following a specific theme for each set. However, each chapter varies in level design, focusing on a particular gameplay mechanic to progress through the stage. For instance, there is a level where Iota gains control of the wind and uses this to peel pieces of paper off of objects or turn objects over to reveal new pathways. Then there is another level where pressing the touchpad and releasing it activates a trampoline that can spring Iota up to higher places. Almost every level is incredibly unique and smart regarding design, making for entertaining gameplay no matter which stage you play. Even though the level design is clever and fun, there are a few gameplay mechanics that become a hassle to use. Some of these gameplay mechanics include motion and touch controls. Things like holding L2 to shine a light on the world and erase the scraps mess by pointing the controller at the screen gets old very fast. Considering that this mechanic is implemented for most of the game, as players need the light to defeat certain enemies and solve certain puzzles, it can cause frustration rather quickly. It becomes quite difficult to point exactly where I would want the light to go, and I would have preferred a more traditional gameplay method to solving these puzzles or defeating enemies. However, the need to use this mechanic becomes increasingly lower as you progress, meaning that you will not need to suffer for too long. That brings us to the drawing mechanic. This utilizes the controller's touchpad to draw certain images to use in the world. However, the minuscule surface space makes it especially challenging to draw exactly what is asked of the player. I even gave up on trying to draw what the game told me, opting to just draw doodles instead. The game never recognizes if what you draw looks like what was asked for, so this is a simple workaround. And while these mechanics did cause some frustration, they did not do enough to hinder the overall experience. There are also some interesting customization tools at the player's disposal. These include things like taking pictures of the world and customizing Iota's appearance. While the game forces you to do these activities to progress in certain areas, the player is free to customize and take pictures as much as they would like. Customizing Iota to suit your style is cool, and the ability to take pictures of the world around you can be entertaining as well. Moreover, with all the interesting characters and backdrops in the world, taking pictures could never be more amusing than it is in this game. Also, while character customization is not for me, I can see how some might find enjoyment out of this feature. It is easy to get lost in this game using the creation tools, decorating Iota, or just taking pictures of everything you come in contact with. Tearaway Unfolded is an incredibly unique and delightful gameplay experience, so with most of its setbacks being the motion controls and creation tools, there is still a lot left to love. With its extremely creative and colorful world, the game seems like something straight out of a child's imagination. The developers have created a great game with impressive level design and an excellent adventure for the player. While Tearaway Unfolded may not go down as one of the greats, it is still a fun experience that anyone can enjoy. If you want to read the written review, there's a link in the description below to my blog, which contains more game reviews and more posts about video games. Thanks for watching!